What if we told you that one of China's most popular actors today was once dismissed as nothing more than a pretty face, uncharismatic, forgettable, and fading fast from public interest? That his early career was a string of disasters, and most thought he wouldn't last another year in the cutthroat world of Chinese entertainment? Yet here he is now, Su Kai, a name on every director's shortlist, an actor with legions of fans, and a star who has risen not by luck alone, but through strategic reinvention, resilience, and the support of two of the most respected actresses in C-drama, Yang Zi and Tan Songyun. This is not just a story of fame. This is a story of a comeback no one expected, but everyone remembers. Let's uncover how Su Kai transformed himself from a near flop to one of the most in-demand male leads in Chinese television. Buckle up, because this is a career resurrection worth watching until the very end. Before the spotlight, before the fan chants and trending hashtags, Su Kai stood at the edge of obscurity. He had the face of a leading man, sharp features, expressive eyes, the kind of visual appeal that launches 1,000 GIFs across social media. But in the ruthless world of Chinese entertainment, good looks can only take you so far. And for a while, they nearly led him straight to failure. After gaining attention as a model, Su Kai transitioned into acting with high hopes and even higher expectations. However, his early projects, like Falling Into Your Smile and She and Her Perfect Husband, turned out to be critical disappointments. The dramas, though visually appealing, were slammed for their poor writing, shallow character arcs, and most notably, Su Kai's lackluster performances. Viewers found his delivery flat, his emotions forced, and his chemistry with co-stars noticeably absent. On forums and Weibo, he was quickly branded as another flower vase actor, pretty but hollow. Directors grew hesitant to cast him in serious roles. Some even speculated that his career was simply a phase, destined to fade with the next wave of newer, more dynamic talent. Behind the scenes, Su Kai was battling more than bad reviews. He was fighting the fear of irrelevance, the sting of ridicule, and the crushing weight of wasted potential. For a moment, it seemed like his dream was slipping away before it had even begun. But sometimes, it's in the silence between applause that true transformation begins. Because what the world didn't see yet was that Su Kai wasn't finished. He was just getting started. Every struggling actor hopes for that one role, that single opportunity that not only changes how the audience sees them, but how they see themselves. For Su Kai, that moment came with the historical drama, the story of the Imperial Concubine, Bu Bu Qingxin. But this wasn't just a new costume drama to add to his resume. It was the moment that turned doubt into belief, and finally let him prove what critics said he lacked: depth, emotion, and screen presence. In the series, Su Kai portrayed Cheng Yiqing, a cunning yet emotionally layered court official whose loyalty, ambition, and love conflicted constantly throughout the show. It was a character far more complex than anything he'd taken on before, one that demanded emotional intelligence, restraint, and nuance. But what truly elevated his performance was his on-screen partnership with Yang Zi, one of China's most acclaimed young actresses. Known for her unforgettable roles in Ashes of Love and Go-Go Squid, Yang Zi brings with her not only talent but a commanding screen presence that could easily outshine a lesser co-star. Instead, Su Kai rose to meet her. Their dynamic on screen was electric. Su Kai didn't just hold his own, he thrived. His portrayal of Cheng Yiqing was measured yet passionate, striking a balance between power and vulnerability that surprised even his harshest critics. The result? Audiences fell in love. Not just with the character, but with Su Kai himself. According to Day to Win stats, his popularity rating as Cheng Yiqing surpassed even Yang Zi's, hitting 43% compared to her 40%, a rare feat considering Yang Zi's massive fan base. The drama became a career-altering milestone. It gave Su Kai credibility. It gave him range. But more than anything, it gave him a second chance, and this time, he didn't waste it. Through this collaboration, Su Kai learned how powerful it can be to share the screen with someone better than you, because it pushes you to become your best self. This was no longer the flower vase actor of his past. This was Su Kai, redefined, respected, and finally rising. If the story of the Imperial Concubine was the moment Su Kai stepped into the spotlight, then Better Than the Stars was where he completely owned the stage. Released in 2024, this contemporary romance drama paired Su Kai with the beloved and radiant Tan Songyun, a combination that would go on to redefine what modern Chinese drama chemistry looks like. Based on the hit novel Beijing, Is There Any City Better Than You? By Jiu Yueshi, the series centers on Hang Ding, a cold, methodical CEO hiding a wounded heart, and Ku Ting, a brilliant AI researcher whose passion for technology is only rivaled by her fierce independence. From the very first episode, the contrast between Su Kai's icy restraint and Tan Songyun's warmth created a magnetic tension that audiences couldn't look away from. But this wasn't just about chemistry. Su Kai's performance as Hang Ding was a revelation. Far from the cardboard cutout CEO trope we've seen countless times, Hang Ding was layered, human, and emotionally restrained in a way that screamed realism rather than melodrama. His character arc, going from emotionally isolated executive to a man who gradually allows himself to be vulnerable, was delivered with remarkable subtlety. And the viewers noticed. Within just 24 hours of airing, Better Than the Stars topped national viewership charts, claiming the #1 prime-time slot. But even more impressively, Hang Ding's character amassed over 10 million popularity points before the drama even reached global streaming platforms, making Su Kai the only male actor in the 2024 drama season to achieve that kind of pre-release traction. This wasn't just hype. It was earned. And at the heart of this success was his synergy with Tan Songyun. Their scenes together felt less like acting and more like lived-in moments. Awkward glances, loaded silences, quiet heartbreaks, and bursts of joy that felt almost too real. Su Kai no longer had to prove he was more than a pretty face. He had become a leading man in every sense of the word, emotionally resonant, narratively important, and artistically mature. With Better Than the Stars, Su Kai didn't just rise. He soared. In showbiz, talent might get you through the door, but collaboration decides how far you go once you're in. For Su Kai, finding the right collaborators wasn't just a lucky coincidence. It was the critical turning point that helped him rewrite the narrative of his career, from that pretty face with no depth to one of China's most compelling leading men. Two names stand out in his transformation: Yang Zi and Tan Songyun. These weren't just co-stars. They were creative powerhouses whose presence challenged Su Kai to rise, adapt, and evolve. Let's start with Yang Zi. Known for her fierce emotional range and commanding screen presence, she's a force in her own right. When Su Kai shared the frame with her in the story of the Imperial Concubine, he wasn't just acting beside her, he was learning. The rhythm of her delivery, the intensity in her eyes, her total surrender to character, Yang Zi brought out a side of Su Kai the audience had never seen. And more importantly, he met her energy with his own. That dynamic made headlines, but more significantly, it made history, when his character outscored hers in audience ratings, not because of rivalry, but because of synergy. Then came Tan Songyun in Better Than the Stars. Her acting style is subtle, textured, quietly powerful. She doesn't dominate scenes, she invites you into them. Su Kai's ability to mirror her emotional clarity and match her vulnerability was a turning point in his maturity as an actor. Their chemistry wasn't loud, it was undeniably real. And that authenticity is what pulled millions of viewers into their story. These partnerships weren't about riding on someone else's success. They were about growing alongside greatness. Su Kai didn't just benefit from working with top-tier actresses, he was transformed by them. He learned pacing, nuance, character discipline, and most of all, emotional sincerity. And here's the deeper truth that aspiring actors, and even professionals in any field, can take away from this.
The right people don't overshadow you.
They illuminate what's already within you. That's what Yang Zi and Tan Songyun did for Su Kai. And through those collaborations, he stepped into his full potential. Today, Su Kai is no longer an underdog or a fading idol. He's one of Chinese television's most trusted male leads, known for his versatility, his emotional intelligence, and his willingness to reinvent himself. He's rumored to be considering roles in both film and international streaming projects, hinting that his next chapter may go beyond the borders of China. But perhaps the greatest lesson in Su Kai's story is this: you can be underestimated. You can be mocked. But if you're willing to evolve, collaborate, and confront your weaknesses, you can change your narrative entirely. Su Kai didn't just bounce back, he rebuilt himself from the ground up. And in doing so, he's become not just a star, but a symbol of resilience in the ever-shifting world of entertainment.
Microphone final sautes, plus call to action.
So what do you think of Su Kai's incredible journey, from flop projects to phenomenal hits? Do you believe he still has more to prove, or has he already earned his place among the elite of Chinese television? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Speech balloon, we'd love to hear. Your favorite Su Kai drama. Which actress you'd like to see him collaborate with next? Whether you think he could break into international fame. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel for more stories about your favorite Chinese celebrities, dramas, and entertainment industry insights. This is your channel name, and we'll see you in the next story.